What is going on, guys? Welcome to the live video here today. I have been very, very busy, so I apologize that I've been pretty much out of action for a month, trying to keep up with like all kinds of different things, different channels. There's a lot of things going on, but there are videos in the works. So I want to say what's up to everybody, Josh, Jay, Rich, and of course, ProCharge Beast. Let's discuss the topic at hand, which I'm really not sure if anybody else has done this as of yet. But I want to touch base on it. I want to touch base on it now because I've been dealing with buying and selling cars my entire life. I'm not just some YouTuber in the last 4 years, just, struck a pot of gold and just bought 5 or 6 cars or do fake giveaways and shit. Like, I've been legitimately grinding, buying and selling cars like the average person for over 20 straight years. And I used to work at a dealership and I sold cars for over 8 years. So I know what the used car market looks like. I also have never paid retail for any car I own. I paid $5,000 below on my GT350, and I paid $12,000 below on my Red Eye, and I paid $20,000 below on my Hellcat Charger. So I know how to get deals, and I know how the markets work, and I know how to entice dealerships to sell for less, and how to maintain value in a car and rebuild credit. I do all that kind of stuff, as that's pretty much been my daily life for 20 years. So I want to share this stuff with you guys and explain to you why, first, you do not want to buy a used car, period. We're going to talk about why that's a very bad, very, very bad idea right now. First, I want to go ahead and punch in a plug for my gaming channel. If you guys haven't checked it out already, there's quite a few you guys from Drive with Demons over there. Joseph Corey on Twitch, Joseph Corey on YouTube. Be sure to follow Real Joseph Corey on Twitter. So be sure to check those out, guys. Follow, tap the bell, subscribe, the usual. And we're going to get on with the video here right now. Can you guys hear the audio? It says the audio bit rate is low. I don't know if you guys can hear. I don't know why it says that. I can't see that being the case. It says I can hear it. I don't know. YouTube's stupid. In any case, here's what's going on. Because of the pandemic, people have decided to stop taking mass transportation because they were in fear of getting sick. So in the event that they were going to get sick, possibly die or lose their job, they have reverted to buying used cars. In fact, the sales of used cars right now is volatile, just like cryptocurrency. We got to think of the used car market as kind of like cryptocurrency, as sad as that may be. Sales has went up a drastic percentage, probably damn near double. And then after the pandemic has kind of flatlined with all these vaccinations and social distancing, it's kind of went back down again. But now that there's been a spike in new cases over the last couple of months, they've went back up again. So the used car market is volatile. It's a supply and demand, meaning that if a car is worth 10 grand, you might pay 14 for it just because the market's up. And then in 6 months, the value of that car went down. So let's explain it to you in a term that you guys will understand it easier. And what's up, Frost? We'll see you over on the Twitch channel for some gaming in about 30 minutes. But let's go ahead and just talk about this. Let's look at something that I know much about, a used Hellcat. What is a used Hellcat worth right now? Say a 2016. You can get a Charger Hellcat with about 20,000 miles, 30,000 miles, a 2016 or 17. You're going to get it for about $35,000 prior to the pandemic. About $30,000, maybe 35, and sometimes a little bit more. But realistically, for a used Hellcat with 30K on it, 30K mileage, and it being a 16 or 17, you're in the 35,000 range, okay? Let's say it blue books at 35. You're going to pay about 45, 42, 46, maybe even 50, just because of the pandemic. Let's say that this whole volatile market corrects itself, the pandemic goes away. Well, in a year from now, that $35,000 Hellcat's only worth about 30, maybe 28. Naturally, you'd pay 35. It would be worth 28 to 30 in a year from now. You lost $5,000, but you didn't. You lost a lot more than that. In fact, you probably lost $16,000 in a year because you paid over. The same thing as paying over MSRP. What's up, Drew? Appreciate that, buddy, stopping in here as well. Longtime supporter, greatly appreciate that, bud. Gonna get some new, membership icons, but as you can see, Drew's is red. Been a supporter for a very long time, and I appreciate that, bud. You can always support the channel by becoming a member. I don't force that down anybody's throat. I always mention it once in a while, but I don't feed it to you every 2 seconds. It's greatly appreciated, though. Same with the super chats, of course. But in any case, back to the topic. The issue at hand is used car is supply and demand. So they're charging more because people are more inclined to spend $5,000 over on a used car than they are to spend retail. So if they can get a used Hellcat for 45, they're going to spend that before they're going to buy a new one for 75. So used car market is very volatile, very dangerous game to play right now because people don't want to take public transportation. They just don't. And when the pandemic's over, which it will be probably in the next 6 to 8 months, fingers crossed due to the vaccinations, you're going to get stuck holding the bag of being in debt $30,000 on a car that's only worth $20,000. It will disrupt your finances, as does losing your job and the fact that the pandemic has already cost you financial burden. Not to mention the fact that they're printing money like it's going out of style. Dear friends of Driveway Demons, the economy is in for a rude awakening. Be prepared, my friends. Be prepared because the economy is going to tank like you've never seen it. I do not see realistically, mathematically, and ethically, morally, any way you want to put it, how this economy stays strong going through this pandemic. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's highly unlikely, and I'll explain. I have friends that are attorneys in the offices, the law offices of landlords and tenants. There's probably, it's approximated that there is anywhere between 2 million and 4 million people in New Jersey alone that are on borrowed time in a moratorium. Means they cannot be evicted from their home even while not paying rent. When these moratoriums are up in July, what's going to happen? They're going to go to landlord tenants court and they're either going to make up the difference or they're going to get out or file bankruptcy or both. What I mean by that is you're going to have an option to pay double rent for 2 years, rent and a half for 4 years, or you're going to get out and still owe money or file bankruptcy, get out and owe nothing. What that means is basically, if you're following, is in September, we're going to have 3-4 million people in every state homeless. Because let's face it, who watching this video right now can afford to pay double their rent for a year? Nobody, probably. Nobody. Which means we're going to probably have 5-10 million people just in New York City and New Jersey alone that are going to be homeless. And that means how many people in the United States are going to be homeless, filing bankruptcy and losing their homes? I would say at least 10 or 20 million people or more are going to be just straight homeless, carless, mortgageless, penniless, everything. How does the economy work when 15-20% of its economy goes homeless in 30 days or 60 days? People are not going to pay their car payments. What does a bank do when they have 10 million loans default in 30 days? They go bankrupt. What happens when you have 5 major banks in the United States go bankrupt as well as 30 million people? You got the economy tanking. You have the federal government printing money like it's going out of style and just handing it out. I tell you what's going to happen. Not that I'm getting political on you. What's going to happen is China's going to buy up more of our debt. And in about 5 years from now, we're going to be so in debt to China, we will now just basically be groveling at their feet, and that's reality. Not that I'm getting all political on you, but the previous administration knew this, which is why they pretty much put a thumb on China and tanked Chinese economy. Find it pretty coincidental how the coronavirus comes out only months after their economy was tanked, and in turn tanked our economy. Let that sink in, people. Let it sink in real good. In any case, we are in severe, dire straits. Do not buy a used car because it's not a good idea unless you're paying below Blue Book. Check your Blue Book. Do not buy anything over Blue Book. Just keep searching if you have to. Buy person to person and eliminate the dealers. If that happens, the dealers will go out of business too. Pretty soon, if the banks are going out of business, the dealers are going out of business, and people are becoming homeless, what's left? We're in serious trouble. If you guys don't think the pandemic has played a role in our economy and that we've survived this, It hasn't even begun. We have not even seen it. The government has delayed the inevitable by printing money, giving stimulus checks, and creating moratoriums. They're trying very hard. That's what it appears to be. But it won't work. It's just not going to work. It's impossible. You can only play Russian roulette with money for so long before a loss is a loss. You can't cover up lost time. You can't make up for lost time. If you lost an hour, that hour's gone. You can't buy it back and you can't negotiate it back. It's over. We are 18 months gone. Can't make up for 18 months. Even if 60% of the economy still worked, you have 40% that lost 18 months. That means that you divide that by 2, which would be 50-50, which is actually not the correct ratio. It would be more like 60-40. But even if you divide it by 2, we're still probably 9 months behind, even if everybody was to divide that equally amongst rich people, divided amongst people who didn't have issues. We realistically, best case scenario, are dealing with a situation where we're 9 months behind financially as a country, then some. We are going to be hurting. This is going to take its toll. The used car market is going to be very dangerous to be dabbling in. You're better off buying new or not buying at all, or buying from a person, which is still bad because they're going to be asking more. For example, my GT350 was worth $61,000 a year ago used. When I first bought it, I lost $5,000, obviously. I only paid $65,000. It was MSRP 70, whatever. It went down to like 63 and change, 64. Right now, that car is worth like 67, 68. I'm hearing it's worth 70 now, which means I made $5,000 on my car. I made $5,000 to buy it new, drive it for a friggin' year, and then sell it. That is how bad this market is. Do your due diligence before buying a car or a home, and be sure it's what you want, because you could sink because of it. We're not even going to talk about the mortgage rates because this is not a mortgage channel or a housing channel. But I will tell you guys for a certainty, don't follow everybody on YouTube buying all these cars, because they're making big money on YouTube. They're writing everything off. Do not buy into it. I'm an average car guy, which is why my channel is very much on that level. I would never buy a Ferrari, and I would never buy a Lamborghini. I buy cars you guys buy, and I review them, and I drive them, and I own them. I keep it legit. Appreciate that, Frost. And what's up, Doug? And the thing is that I want you guys to understand that this video is not here to tell you what to do. This video is not here for clickbait. None of that shit. This video is here to tell you the fucking reality, and that is if you go out and buy a used car, you could lose your ass on it. And I'm here telling you this information because I've been buying and selling cars for 22 years and worked at a dealership for over 8 years. So I really, truly want you guys to understand the serious effect it could have on your well-being, because if you go bankrupt, your well-being is devastated. So I want you guys to really understand that this is cryptocurrency market now. And, you know, sell them now while you can. Don't buy. It's a seller's market, not a buyer's market. I want you guys to understand this. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do my outro for the video, and then we'll have a 30-minute chat session or 20 minutes or whatever. I'm just going to say goodbye so this way I can cut it here for later. And for anybody watching, thank you so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. Tap the bell, subscribe, and be sure to share the channel. Now we can sit here and hang out and chat, because I didn't want this video to go more than 15 minutes. I wanted to keep it to the point. Realistically, guys, it's a very dangerous game to play. I wouldn't buy a used car right now, which is why I have not bought another Hellcat, which is why I've not bought any cars for my channel. I refuse to lose money on a car. I haven't lost a dime on any car I've ever owned because I play it smart. You could too. Anybody can do it. So I'm trying to help you guys out. Hopefully I am helping you out. And hopefully don't think I'm preaching to you or telling you what to do. I appreciate that, Frost. It's just, and Hellcat 707. I do have more videos coming that are currently being edited. I have not edited these videos at all because I've been very pressed for time. A new Escalade is going to have the Blackwing engine. Absolutely. Not sure when it's coming out, but supposedly soon. Let's go ahead and check a used car book value. We're gonna do it while we're on the stream. Let me check Kelly Blue Book. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what it says. My car's value. Oh yeah, gaming's on the horizon, buddy. You know it. You know it. If you guys haven't checked it out, Joseph Corey on Twitch, go follow right now. Giveaways, game streams. I'm there 5 days a week, so you don't have to miss me and my awesomeness. In any case, let's get my car's value. I'm doing that right now on KBB. We're gonna see what happens. Let's see the value in. I don't know how KBB is gonna handle this shit right now. Shizzy. I don't price. There we go. Perfect. I'm looking at it right now, guys. Okay, let's see what my car's worth. Ta-da-da-da. Let's see what we got here. All righty. Shelby GT350. Green. Excellent condition. Whoa, we got to change up the mileage, though. We got to change that mileage. I don't have that many miles in my car. It accidentally put in generic shit. Hold on. Let's edit this mileage. This is not good. I only have like 10,000 miles on that car in 18 months, and I consider that somewhat high. That's pretty high. Okay, guys, I'll show you the screen so you don't think I'm lying. My car, when I bought it last year, was worth $63,000 private party sale. The range was 60 through 64. It was just under $63,000 in a year. And that was with 1,000 miles on it, less than 1,000 miles. So you're telling me that a year later, a year of depreciation and 9,000 more miles, my car is worth $3,000 more than it was last year. That's how you know there's a problem with the used market. Very, very, very big problem. Since when do cars appreciate over time from the moment you buy it? Never. It's never happened. People don't just go to car lots and say, yeah, I think I'm going to buy that 2020 Camaro Z28 or ZL1. Yeah, because like next year it's going to be worth $5,000 more than I paid for. And while we're at it, bro, why don't you just go ahead and get me that 2019 Hellcat you got over there, because I know next year it'll be worth $10,000 more than I paid. And might as well go ahead and get that TRX too, because I know next year I'll make $10,000 on that. When does that happen? Never. So let's go ahead and show you guys this shit. I paid $65,000. I paid $65,000 for my car. It's worth $2,000 more than I paid for it. I drove the car for a year and a half. I have 10,000 miles on it, and the car is worth $2,000 more than I even paid for the damn thing. Like, what is happening? Let me show you. I'm going to pull the screen up. There you go, guys, right there. $66,000. It's almost worth $67,000. And in today's market, let's be real, I could get every penny of that the way my car sits. And as mint condition as it is, I could legit sell my car for probably $68,000, which means I could make $3,000 profit off of a new car drive off the lot situation. When has that ever happened before? Like, when? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Let's look at Hellcat Use Prices. Let's go ahead, car values. My car's value. Let's go ahead. I don't want to do that. New and used. I know that a 2016 Hellcat with 30,000 miles last year was worth $33K or $36K roughly. Let's see what that's jumped. Let's see what we got going here, boys. Bam. I had white. Mine was excellent condition. 70,000 miles. Geez, no. My car had 21,000 a year and a half ago, 2 years ago when I sold it. Even now, I think it's got like 30K, if that. But we'll see. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Oh my God. How in God's name is this possible? This car is worth $20,000 more. Okay, guys, I need to talk to you about something here. When I traded in my Charger Hellcat, just in case you guys think that I'm bullshitting, there are going to be people out there that do. In my video, go watch it where I bought the red eye. They gave me $48,000 for my Charger with 19,000 miles on it. It was a 16. They gave me $48,000. My car was worth $43,000 on trade-in. Look at the price right there. This car is worth 10 grand more than it was 2 years ago because of the pandemic. $10,000 more. I got 48. I could have got 58 right now. This is fucking ridiculous, guys. You see what I'm saying about the volatile market? And in a year from now, this car will be worth 35. Someone's going to lose $20,000 on that purchase. Let's go ahead and check another car and see all this volatile market bullshit that a lot of people don't know about. Before we check the used car prices, I promise you, my red eye, I only got $61,000 on trade-in and it was worth $63,000. $62,500. Let's see what that's worth. All right, let's do this. Yeah, and that's just trade-in value, Doug. That's just trade-in value. 100%. Agree with you. It's probably, retail's probably $60,000 on a 5-year-old car. There we go. Remember, guys, this car was worth $63,000 and I got $61,000 last year when I got my Mustang. And I only traded it in with 8,000 miles or 11,000 miles, like right around 10K. I think it was actually 9. Pretty sure it was 9. Holy fuck, it's worth 10 grand more. Oh my God. This is terrible. This is absolutely fucking terrible. I've lost $20,000 now based on these prices. Holy shit. I told you it's volatile. Very much so. Let's see what private party is. 75 grand and I got 61. Unfreaking believable. Let's see what my mom's Jeep is worth, because it was worth $40,000 only a year ago. Actually, I think it's a 19. This is craziness. This is pure craziness. And she only, well, she has about 27. Wait, how many miles are on that? I think it's 26,000. 26,000. Still less than that. That value hasn't changed. Unless I misread something. That value stayed relatively the same. I just turned that music down a bit because I wasn't sure if it was too loud. I can't tell. 34,000, 33,000 on trade. I think that stayed pretty close to the same. It seems the high-end cars are worse. Let's try another value here. My truck. My truck, I think, was only worth like 27,000 a year and a half ago, or 30,000, something like that. I don't think this may have changed. I've got a top of the line truck and it's got a lift on it, but you know, whatever. I probably have 110,000 on it, so it's still less mileage than it should be, which also helps value because it's under the average. Jesus Christ, my truck went up big time. Truck went up huge. That truck's still worth $40,000. Let's see if we go up to excellent. 43, 40. Let's go down to good. It's still worth $35,000 to $40,000 on a trade-in. Even in fair condition, it's still worth. I'd probably still get 35. So it's still in worse condition than it really is. It's still worth $5,000 more than it was last year. They can't do poor, huh? Let's see. Private party is worth about 32, 35, 38. Realistically, with everything I've got done to it, I could probably pull out 35. So the truck's about 10,000, 8,000 more than it was last year. So almost every vehicle is about between 15 and 25% value increase. Fucking crazy. You guys see, I'm not making this shit up. You better be very careful before buying a used car. Or truck, for that matter. Oh, my God. All right, Drew, no worries. No worries, buddy. What's up, Clean Bully Muscle? The Ghoul. What's up, William? I got some new Dodge info coming this week, yes. Oh, yeah. Hellcat, I should try Vroom and Carvana for sure. It is crazy. Chip shortages for new cars, Rich. And it's on the Telluride. Kia tried to fuck my parents out of 10K. Not happening. It's just so crazy. Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously. Like, what's going on with these used car prices? Like, you guys got to be so careful. Please, please, guys, take care of your finances. Just be careful. Just be very, very careful out there, people. Very, very careful. Yeah, it's just crazy. Exactly, Rich. It could drive new prices up. It's terrible. It's a terrible, like, situation to be in. I don't understand, like, how we're going to get out of this. I just don't see how we're going to get out of it. Share this video with everybody. It's important for people to watch this. I might leave the whole 30-minute video on YouTube because I want people to understand this is not me trying to control anybody or spread misinformation. You know, I just want people to understand the severity of this. It's only going to get worse and then better and then worse, which is volatile. Be very careful. Very careful, please, people. Very careful. Yeah, I know. China strikes again, right? BMW 7 Series. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, you know what? Good idea. Let me go back to KBB and check out what my old BMW used to be worth. It was worth $17,000 when I sold it, when I bought my Hellcat back in 2017. I paid, oh God, I paid $33,000 for it in 2013. Sold it in October of 16, and I got $18,000 for it. Let's see what it's worth. Can't make this shit up. We'll just see. Probably stayed the same because of how many years have passed. 2013 BMW 335. Let's go. Let's see what bullshit strikes again. I think it had 90,000 miles. Pretty sure it was 90,000. And it was white. And it was excellent condition. Had wheels and tires upgrade and shit on it. It's pretty cool. It's only got like 90,000 miles when I sold it. I think the guy who bought it right now, it's at 105,000. So we'll see. Okay, going by today's prices, it would have a trade-in range of around $16,000 to $18,000 and a private party sale of $18,000 to $19,000. Okay, so what that means is that in 5 years, that BMW didn't lose a single dollar. When we all know that car would only be worth about 10 grand right now. So it did go up about $7,000 or $8,000. So like I said, the car values have gone up drastically, like up to 25, 30%. How could this car be worth the same money now as it was 5 years ago? Like, it just can't. Physically and mathematically impossible based on history up until now. It is what it is. Crazy. 04 Mustang is a good choice, brother. Jason, I did not see your previous comment that you're referring to you were kidding on. So I don't know what you made the joke about. Not sure. I didn't see it. Maybe I'm blind here and I'm not looking carefully, but I do not see a previous comment into which you are referring to. What about the Acura Integra Type R like your old? Okay, yeah, I'm sure it went up too. Toyotas and Lexuses have gone up in value, I'm pretty sure, because everything else has for sure. Let me check my Prius. Hold on. Yes, I have a Prius. So I can save all my money and put it into my Mustang. No shame in that. Let me look at that, though, and see what's up. It's a 12. When I bought it, it was worth $6,000. Not even. It was worth less than that because the mileage. But we'll see anyway. We'll see. We'll just pull her up, see what's happening here. It's a Prius 5, which is top model. Great car, great condition. Let's see what we got here. I don't know what I have. Oh, no, you know what? It's not a Prius 5. Never mind. I made a mistake. Made a mistake. It's not what I have. Because it's not a wagon. Definitely not a wagon. It's a hatchback / sedan, whatever you would call that. So let's go ahead and pull up Toyota and the proper Prius model. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Mileage is a little bit different. We'll put that in. We'll plug that shizzy in there and see what happens. We'll see what we're looking at. Wow. Wow. Let's adjust the mileage, and then we'll see if it's still a wow factor. So this is what's happened with the Prius. The Prius was worth about, when I bought it, I'm pretty sure it was worth maybe $5 grand, $6 grand. Right now it's worth $6 to $7. So you might be thinking, okay, well, $2 grand is not a very big increase, but on $7 grand it is. That's like 30% increase. And it's a year later, year and a half later, almost 2 years actually. Actually, no. Let me rephrase it. It is 2 years now. So you're telling me that in 2 years, my Prius is worth 30% more than it was when I bought it. Same as the Hellcats. The car was only worth $7 grand. So it's not going to be worth 20. It's a percentage based on market. That's what I mean by it's volatile market. It's about 25, 30% more valuable than it was. It went from being worth about $6 grand to being worth about $7 grand 2 years later and 30,000 miles later. So think about that. Drive it for 2 years, put 30,000 miles on it, wear and tear, and it's still worth 1,000 or even more than that than it was when you bought it. So we're talking between, like I said, 15 and 30% increase hike in used prices. And we've now checked the Toyota, we've checked the BMW, we've checked the Mustang, we've checked the truck, we've checked the Jeep. It's a fact. They're all gone up. All of them. Freaking crazy. I appreciate that, Jason. I really do, buddy. If you guys haven't already, check out the Twitch channel. I'm going to type it right here for you guys. For the game streams, you guys can hang out with me every day, all day when I'm streaming over there. This channel's still getting a lot more love. Not giving up on either. We're going forward with both. I think I put the link in there wrong, though. Ah, shizzy. Put it in there wrong twice now. I guess I'm just not having it today, right? Just not happening. There we go. Oh, my God. Let's check this up for you, ATX. Then I'll end the video. We'll look at this. Then we'll go on. I want people to not, as it stands right now, this video is probably about, I don't know, probably trim it down to 30-something minutes. That's still a pretty long video. But let's see what this is worth. A 15 Equinox front-wheel drive 2.4. Let's go ahead and look at that. How many miles? So 15. And you say it's 100,000 miles LS. What color is it? Did I see a color in there? Just got to know what color it is because I think that might affect it a little bit. Color might. Silver, okay. Condition. We'll start with excellent. You can change later if I'm wrong. I can just change it. 100,000 miles. We'll correct the mileage too. We'll see what's up on that. Oh, I'm not 110. There we go. Get it. Perfect. Okay, in excellent condition. Probably get 10K for it. Might get 12 on private party. If we go very good, you're still close to 10K. You're between 8 and 10K on that. Good. It's still 8K. No matter what the condition, you're still going to be getting 8K for it no matter what. Private party goes from 12 to 11 to 10 to 9. So pretty much you're going to get 10 to 12 private, or you're going to get 8 to 10 trade-in. You would know your vehicle better than me what it was worth when you bought it. I would guarantee it's went up a few grand, maybe a grand or two, which is still, like I said, about 20%. It's crazy. I'm willing to bet it's worth at least a grand or two more than it was last year. It's just pure craziness. Fucking Hellcats worth 20 grand more than when I sold it I sold my Hellcat almost 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. It's worth 20 grand more now than it was then, or 10 grand. Well, because it was private party trade-in. So if the car made 10,000 over 2 years, they normally depreciate 5 grand a year. So really, you think the car actually profited $20,000 over 2 years? Oh, it was bought brand new. Okay, cool. It's fucking nuts. It's nuts. It's totally crazy. Like, it's just unbelievable. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Like, what the fuck is going on, people? Like, what is happening here? Oh my God, it's so bad to buy a used car these days. Okay, so you bought it brand new for $20,000, and 100,000 miles later, 6 years later, your car maintained half of its value. Actually, 60% gets worth about 12. So you lost 8 grand in 5 years. I'm gonna do the math here for you. We're gonna do some calculatory work. If you bought it for $20,000, we're gonna times that by 60%, 12,000. You lost 40% over 5 years. My Hellcat Charger MSRP was $69,000. 69,000 times 40% is 27,600. 69,000 take away 27,000 means it should be worth 42. It's worth 56. Some cars maintain more value than others. According to my calculations, $13,800. My Hellcat only lost 20% of its value in 5 or 6 years. Unheard of. It's unheard of. Never heard of that. I've never heard of a car maintaining 80% value over 5 or 6 years from an American manufacturer, at least. A mass-produced one at that. Just crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, Anthony. Totally crazy. Unbelievable. Oh, my God. I appreciate you guys stopping in. We're going to get out of here so we can get over to the live game stream. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for stopping, and be sure to check out Joseph Corey on YouTube and Joseph Corey on Twitch. Tap the bell, follow. We will see you guys over there in about 20 minutes. I want to thank you so much again from the bottom of my heart. Take care. Be blessed. Have a blessed weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. And I really do want you guys to take care on the used car market. Like I said, be very safe. Share the video, and we'll see you guys on the game channel for the next videos. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you on the next video, which is coming out on Driveway Demons in the next couple of days. Be safe. We've got more live videos coming too. Love and peace, y'all. See you on the next video over on the game stream. Peace.